Hello, my name is Michael Kino, representing the Miami Urban Future Initiative. Join us at the World Strategic Forum, where we'll be having an amazing discussion talking about envisioning our cities of tomorrow.
Top 10 priorities of projects that we can handheld and help you to get financed, help you to get the right technology to fit in, instead of having one-on-one companies knocking on the door.
The city has become the platform of innovation and the subject of innovation. Certainly looking at the leadership of nations, I'm not going to say in the United States, but in other nations around the world, you could say that there's been some dysfunction, polarization, the rise of populism, and not just here in the United States, on both the right and the left, but across the world, across Europe, across Latin America. But it's the best of time in cities. And we talk about smart cities, very important subject. But actually we quantified in this study what we call a field of urban tech. Urban tech includes smart cities, but the largest valuations in the history of venture capital are now all companies that work on city problems. Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, WeWork, ride-sharing, co-housing, co-working, modular construction. We go down the list. We were able to estimate for 2017, $44 billion, nearly $50 billion in venture capital investment. One of the very important challenges we face as city builders and city leaders is how do we create a context where technology and cities can go together and that we can cope with in the best way possible and mitigate this backlash so our cities can become the hotbeds and propellers and catalyzers of great new technologies.
I was asked by some officers and advisors to the United Nations to develop a NASDAQ 100-like index of companies around the world that are hewing to the Sustainable Development Goals. And this really interested me because, for several reasons, I think it's important that everybody in this room really understand how important it is that we make the Sustainable Development Goals movement work.
We actually started, and Richard, I think you will remember this, using the appreciative inquiry model 10 years ago to start what we call today Sustainable Cleveland. If you think about cities on the ground, sometimes we get accused of not being innovative and not having foresight. But if you think about really managing cities, we have to be innovative. We have to have the foresight. We have to be creative in how we manage the day-to-day operations. We always say we're a corporation, we're a municipal corporation, and our bottom line is service, not profit.
You have to go back to the point where I was growing up there, and the entire skyline consisted of one pyramid-shaped hotel in a barren landscape. I worked there, and I witnessed it boom, enjoy an energy-driven economic boom.
Miami has emerged as one of the top 10, the Knight Foundation played a big role in this, local entrepreneurs, top 10 in the United States, top 20 in the world. But Miami also is dealing with deep issues. It's a highly unequal economy. Our most recent reports have been on inequality. It really is a tale of two cities, where you have extraordinarily high net worth individuals and then a hospitality and tourism economy. Housing unaffordability. Miami is another example. The need to make investment in transit. And then, of course, the topic we're talking about here, sustainability. I mean, what other place, perhaps in the world, is more of a case study in sustainability, climate change, the effects of sea level rise? We're already seeing climate-based gentrification here, where wealthy real estate developers and others are buying up formerly low-income neighborhoods and getting ready to redevelop them into higher-income housing. One of the things we've been thinking about at our Miami Urban Future Initiative, FIU and EMBUS, is actually trying to build an institution, a think tank, which could deal with the problems of sustainability, not for the world's biggest cities, but for many of these small and medium-sized cities. And I think there's probably no better place to get a handle on that than the cities that begin to get a handle on it, the cities that line the coastline around Miami and Southern Florida.